Welcome to my studio. My name is Ron Hazell and I'm a watercolor artist. Today I'm going to do a short demo of glitter on the ocean. Glitter is that phenomena where the viewer is looking directly into the sun and the water is disturbed by a breeze. So as a result we get what's called glitter or sparkle occurring on the water. I'm going to use my 1.5 inch brush to create the glitter and then move on to indication of a few waves and some trees in the background. I'm going to do this little demo on a 1/4 sheet of Arches 300-pound rough paper. I'm going to use a 1.5 inch Skyflow brush made by Robert Simmons, and I'm going to use, to begin with, 2 colors, ultramarine deep and brown madder. So we'll mix up a dark wash of those 2 colors. Now the key is to have a damp brush and not a soaking wet brush. So lots of pigment and little water. And the idea is to create glitter is to take the brush across the paper very quickly so that just the peaks of the paper grab the pigment off the brush and the valleys remain bare paper, like so. So there's a very swift brush stroke. And as you can see, the peaks have pigment on them, but the valleys do not. And if you go back over those brush strokes, it deposits more pigment. But I'm leaving the center section pigment-free, more or less, because that's the direction of the sun. Now, we can enhance that by putting some strong darks right next to the sparkle shapes. And I'm going to mix some strong darks with ultramarine deep, Oriolan yellow, and a little bit of brown madder. And just indicate a tree line, which I'm going to pre-wet the paper first so that the colors will mix on the paper. And we'll start with our ultramarine deep, right next to the glitter. And then we'll add some Oriolan yellow, bit of brown madder for variety. And now we can actually paint some tree shapes. And I'm going to switch to a 1-inch brush, again a flat, and very dark at the bottom. Because when you're looking into the sun, anything between the viewer and the sun looks very dark. And we can indicate a rock, again, an excuse for another dark surrounded by the glitter. And we can indicate a wave or two in the water. Notice that there's no reflections of the trees in the water or of the rock in the water. And this is typical of the phenomena of glitter. You don't see reflections of objects between you, the viewer, and the light source, in this case, the sun. Also, remind you to use rough paper. This glitter phenomena will work on cold press paper, but I find rough better. It certainly will not work on smooth paper since there's no texture in smooth paper. Well, thank you for joining me in my studio. I hope you enjoyed the little demo of glitter on water. Like many watercolor techniques, it takes a bit of practice to get this phenomena to work. So the key is not too much water in your brush and quick brush strokes on bone dry, rough paper. So give it a try, and all the best.